Jackson Public Schools. And you are going to tell us, Julie, Heather, what the MTSS is.
MTSS stands for the Multi-Tiered Systems of Support. It's a framework that we use that looks at kids academically, behaviorally, and then social emotionally. It tries to get them the best supports they need to be successful at school. All of it.
That's awesome.
That's incredible. That's a big job.
It is. But our district is like embracing it and doing a great job. So our goal is to help all our kids be successful.
That's awesome, and you have a lot of kids in the district for
We
sure.
do.
So a lot of kids to help. How's the school year gone so far for you, Julie?
I think we're off to a great start.
Yeah.
I think we really are. We changed the size of some of our buildings, so some of our larger buildings are a little smaller. And then we added some to Lewis, and I think it's good to kind of spread the kids out and make things a little bit more equitable. So
let's talk a little bit more about the MTSS.
Yes.
How do you implement it? Talk about how that implementation has gone and kind of what you've seen so far.
So it's been a couple of years, I think, since we've really started to look at it. But it's a real team-based approach. So we really want our kids, we look at everything from, like, we have someone focusing on attendance. So Mary Jo Raskowski-Shannon is, working with our parents.
She's
and
an
our kids.
icon, by the way.
Absolutely.
Yes.
So she is doing a great job working with our families. If attendance is the issue that's keeping our kids from being successful, we can't learn if we're not there. So she's really spearheading a great project to do that. And then it's everything from like academics. It's our teachers, it's our coaches who are looking at, what is it that's keeping our kids from maybe achieving the academic success that they need, as well as our counselors, social workers, working and looking at behavior. So there's so many things that go on, and we sit down as a team to kind of look at a child because we want to be proactive. We want to catch them before the problem is too big and provide the supports that they need to be successful.
Oh, I love that you guys are forward thinking in that way. What a benefit to your all the students and parents.
It's really not easy to be a kid these days, is it?
No.
Everyone has a different background, different challenge, different stresses.
Very true. There's a lot of kids that are struggling. There's a lot of families that are struggling right now. But I think what's also nice about MTSS is that we're looking at ways that we can kind of create a culture and an environment in our classrooms using like tier 1 interventions with our kids that help everybody, make our environments places that really meet the needs of most kids.
And parents have to be just thrilled with these programs. I mean, helping the kids, and obviously to be able to have that at school, that's incredible.
Yeah.
Additionally, we were learning about your positive behavioral interventions and supports that you have that in conjunction with that. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah, and that actually we're implementing that through that same structure of MTSS. So we are looking at first, with multi-tiered systems of support, you've got these 3 different tiers. Tier 1 is every kid gets it. Tier 2 is every kid they get what's in tier 1, so maybe it's calming corners. That we want to make sure there's a calming corner in every classroom so that every student gets that. But then the kids, if that's just not quite enough, they might do a tier 2 intervention with those students, which is calming corners plus they get check-in and check-out. And then if that's not quite enough to meet the needs of that student, then they get we've got that 3rd tier where they might do small groups with social workers or whatever it is to meet the needs of the students. But we have some level of PBIS in all of our buildings. Our focus has really been to make it that more in line, consistent across every building.
Sure. That's amazing, the care that you have for your students. It's awesome.
Yeah, it's been incredible to watch the district grow. I mean, I think in the last 10 years we've seen exponential improvement across the board, and you can't do that without money. And we've got JPS 2025 bond coming up. The vote is November 4th. Can you tell us a little bit about this?
I know that there's a 0 tax increase.
Yeah, 0. Did you hear that?
That is so cool.
You vote
Isn't it?
Yes.
And there's 0 increase.
Yes.
So no reason to vote no.
Well, and a bond is so important because one of my jobs is that I work with funding pots, basically. So I'm in charge of federal and state funding for our district. And there's some things that we can use certain pots for and some things we can't.
Sure.
Bond money we can't use to hire teachers, we can't use to pay salaries or anything like that. It's meant for structural things or to purchase technology or what we did with our last bond to increase, our safety and security in our schools. But if we don't, we really need to make sure that we're staying on top of all of those pieces that we need to do, the facilities, making sure that, we're not getting any younger as a district. We've got some pretty old buildings.
Yeah.
If we don't have those, a bond pass, then we wind up having to dip into the money that is set aside for education.
Sure.
To paying salaries and to pay for the services that I was just talking about. So it's really important to us, and it's so exciting that it means we can do this and we can do it well without adding to the tax.
There's
burden.
more information on JPS website, but you guys will also be hosting an information night October 14th from 5 to 6, and that will be in the Parkside Media Center. Last night we were at the finest aquatic center in the nation.
Yes.
Oh my gosh! For swimming and diving, it is nuts. It's amazing. I can't even believe it. I'm still predicting that we're going to have an Olympic swimmer come out of here at some point. It's cool. What is when you? I know you every time you have a meet, people will come in and they're blown away by this. What's it like to have this on campus? I think in some ways we're still processing it.
Yeah.
I mean, because it is such a tremendous ad. It's a great addition to our district. It's used in so many different ways. And I'm excited to see too what it means for the future of that program.
Yeah.
The Pink Viking Project, which is another longtime tradition at Jackson High, will be taking place on Friday. And I think there's still a few jerseys available, but tell us a little bit about this. The football team and everyone comes together and you guys raise some money.
Yeah, this is, I don't know how many years we've done this for, but it's amazing. And talk about something that just has such a tremendous emotional impact. Just honoring people that have had to fight the battle with cancer, some who win and some unfortunately have lost it. And it's very meaningful to everybody that's involved. We're excited that it's continuing on. So.
Nice, and that's September 19th at 6 p.m. just prior to the football game.
Yes.
Yeah, it should be a great night. You'll see the pink jerseys out on the field. It'll be a cool night for sure. Another great event that is coming up on Saturday, and shout out to the boys soccer program for working on this. But the Justin Mehall Memorial Field is going to be rededicated. And of course, Justin passed away tragically in a car accident October 9th, 1991. He was a soccer player. We're going to rededicate the field. I think some members of that soccer team, the class of '94, will be there. But this is going to be a big moment.
Oh, definitely. I know that. I think I understood that he is a classmate of Superintendent Patterson too. So
wow.
I mean, that's especially important to him and to his class. And it's. We drive by that field all the time, and I think it's always important to think back about, who was Justin Mehall and remember him. So I think it's wonderful that we've dedicated that field to him, and so.
And that's this Saturday at 11:15.
Yeah, in between the JV and varsity games. So please come out now and support. I know everyone at the soccer program would love to see you. Homecoming is coming up. And my wife, this is her 25th anniversary from graduating from Jackson High. So I'm kind of up to speed on some of the ongoings. There's going to be a lot going on.
Yeah.
But you guys, it's not just, you just homecoming for everybody. There's so much going on.
Well, and have you been to any of the parades?
Yeah, it's amazing.
It is.
See everybody get together.
We've our elementary schools get into it, and they put on a show. It's really incredible. And so we start at Walmart. And there's a parade from Walmart all the way down the street into the stadium.
That's awesome.
I didn't know
I know,
that.
it's so cool.
That's incredible.
Yeah,
I'm excited.
there's usually some sort of a theme.
Yeah.
So I think last year it was like the 70s, so we had kids we had hippies all over the place.
Oh, fun.
I think it's Take Flight this
Okay.
year.
Yeah.
Take Flight.
Yeah.
That's
Nice.
awesome.
And you guys are going to have food trucks, games. An alumni basketball game?
Yeah.
Yeah, that I'm looking forward to. They're gonna JPS going to celebrate the 1988 team, but there's nothing like an alumni basketball game.
Yes, that's
nothing
awesome.
like it. So many great things going on, and you can always check out the Jackson Public Schools Facebook page for both athletics and the district, and of course the website has all the information. We look forward to seeing you over the next few weeks out at the games.
Yeah.
Thank you.
both.
Thank you
for
guys.
having us.
Yeah, thank you
Go
guys so
Vikings.
much for
Yeah, go
being.
Vikings.
Yeah, Julie Baker and Heather Swanepoel. More of the show right after this.